So I'm starting off with this workspace. It is the size of 1200 pixels by 1500 pixels. And I'm going to start off by changing the color of my background. I'm going to change it to a light gray, like this. I'm now going to grab a rectangle, or you can press R to place a rectangle or a square on your workplace. I'm going to place this up top. And resize it so it comes all the way to the bottom. I'm going to change the color of that to white, and I'm going to round the corners slightly. So I'm going to come up here to the corner rounding, and I'm going to increase the rounding to about that size right there. I'm now going to grab another rectangle, so I'll press R, and I'm going to place this rectangle in here, and I'll bring it down because I want to mimic a Facebook page or post. And for that, I'm going to change the color to a lighter gray, maybe that color right there. And I'm going to slightly round the corners there as well, just ever so slightly, like that. So maybe 17. Now I'm going to try and make this look like a Facebook post. So I'm going to grab a frame, a circle frame. So I'll just grab that frame and I'll make it smaller. And the profile picture is going to go right in there. And I'm now going to place some text on my workspace. I will left justify them and place a name inside. I'm going to bring this right up here, and I'm going to change the font to Canva Sans, which is this one right here. And I'll make it bold, and I'll make it just a little bit smaller to fit kind of about there. I'm going to make a duplicate of that, and I'll bring it right down, and in here I'll just type the followers amount, and I'll make the font a little bit smaller. And I'm going to look for a verified check mark, and I'll place that right by the name, because after all, who doesn't want to be verified, right? All right, that is perfect. All right, we're now going to come down to the bottom, so I'm just going to copy that, and I'll bring that all the way to the bottom, and we're going to add some text down here, in here. And I'm just going to change the color of that line to a lighter gray, like that. All right, we're now going to finish off and create that profile picture. So I'm going to add another page. I'm going to go to Elements, and I'm going to place this picture of space on my workspace, and this gentleman right here. I'm going to remove the background, and I'm going to place him right in the middle there. I'm going to grab the both of them, and I'm going to make it a little bit larger, like that. And I really want to focus in on his head for that profile picture. So I'm just going to make that a little bit larger. And I'm going to download page 2. I only want page 2. And then I'll bring it back in. And we're going to place it right into that little frame there. I'll bring it back in here. Here it is. And now I'm just going to drag it right into that little frame. There it is right there. I'm going to double click just to make it a little bit larger so that we're not seeing that white space. Now, obviously, this isn't the right way to actually create a social media profile picture, but it works for this situation. So there it is right there. Happy-go-lucky Mike Lawless. All right, I'm going to decrease this now. And the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to place a paper hole on my workspace. Here it is right here. Now I'm going to make a duplicate of this page. I don't need this paper hole right here, but what I am going to do is I'm going to download page 2. I only want page 2. I'll download that. And once it's done, I'm going to create another page. I don't need this gray background. I'm going to get rid of that. But what I do need is that image of the background. And I'm not necessarily going to make it my background, but I am going to stretch it all the way out to the outer corners. I'm going to grab this paper cutout, so Control C and Control V, and I'm going to place it right there. We're now going to go to our apps, and we're going to use an app called Image Cutout Maker. This is what it looks like. I'm going to click that, I'm just going to go back for a sec because I want to select the background image, and I want to use that image as my background, and I want to use this paper cutout as the image that I'm cutting out. So I'll select image and use selected image. Here it is right here. Now I'm just going to place that strategically on my workspace like this. And once you're done, you can come right down to the purple button here and say Add to Design. I'm going to duplicate this page, and I don't need this background right now. So I'm going to get rid of both the paper cutout and the background, and I'm going to increase the size of my my image cutout. I don't need this anymore, so I'm just going to close that for now. And what I want to do is I actually want to make a transparent background here. I know the cutout is transparent, but I also need to make the middle transparent too. So I'm going to select background remover so that I can try and get Canva to help me to remove that background in the center. I'm going to go back into background remover, and as we can see, it did remove the background here and also around. So what I need to do is I need to use a combination of restore and erase to get what I want. So quickly, I'm going to use restore. I'm going to increase my brush size a little bit, and I'm just going to come all the way around and restore the perimeter of my design like that. And now I'm going to use the erase function to just erase the center. Now you might need to change your brush size to kind of finish off. This goes like really super quick. You just need to be very careful that you're not like coloring outside the line. So that might require you to make your brush size a little bit smaller as you're moving through doing this. And once you're happy with your results, you can just X out and go back to your workspace. Now, I'm not going to make this my background, but I am going to stretch it out so that it covers my whole page. What we're going to do now is we're actually going to go back to our elements and we're going to grab that guy. So here he is right here. And I'm going to remove the background because I'm not too crazy about that background. And we're going to use this purple background again. So I'm going to take this purple background. I'm going to go to position and layers and I'm going to move that behind my cutout. There it is right there. It's hidden very, very nicely. And now I've got my guy here who is waving and he's super happy. We're going to crop him a little bit and we're going to place him right in the center with his arm popping out like that. I'm going to crop him a little bit like that. And I'm going to make a copy and then just put him right on top like that. So I've got two copies now. So the layer below the first layer, I'm going to bring that layer behind my paper cutout. So here's that cutout right here. I've still got this layer here, which is my top layer of that man. And I'm going to crop him so that we can't really see his arm sticking out on this side. But we still need to have his arm complete here because his arm is cut off a little bit, right? So we're going to duplicate that one more time, put it right on top. And I'm going to crop that a little bit and then extend it on the bottom. So that is like a third layer. All right. So there's that third layer right there. And you can just repeat this process for however many layers you need. You know, you might need 1 layer, 2 layers, you never know, okay? So there is the gentleman popping out. The final thing that we need to do is we need to grab that paper cutout. So I'm going to press Control C. I'm going to come down here. I'm going to paste it. And now it's just a matter of kind of aligning that to our design so that it fits nicely. And now one more time, we're going to go to position and layers, and we're going to bring that paper cutout right on top of that cutout layer so that it's sitting behind on top of the clipping mask, but below the guy. And that's pretty much it, guys. What did you think of this tutorial? Did you like it? Did you hate it? If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and turn that notification bell on. And if you want to learn more about my live classes, ask me in the comments and I'll give you more information. For now, my friends, I'm going to say bye-bye until next time.